Good day. Find your significant digits and measurement sheet. In the past, I'd do a crazy PowerPoint with this, but generally that just confused students more than it was worth. So I'll just go through this sheet. You really don't have anything to fill in the blanks on this, so make sure you're just following along. Significant digits carry a lot of information about a measurement. And so this video is all about the rules. So we're going to do page 1 in this video, and then we'll hit page 2 in the next video. Any number in a measurement that is not 0 is automatically a significant digit. Zeros are the tricky thing. We have to figure out, are zeros significant or are they a placeholder? So we're going to give you some examples here. Zeros are significant if they are embedded between other digits that are significant. Well, we know the 1, the 2, and the 3 are significant. The 0's in the middle, so that number would have 4 significant digits. The 4, 9, 3, and 7 are significant, 0's in between. And so that means that 0 is significant, and we'd have 5 sig figs. If they trail the decimal point in a number, and the only digit that trails it, they are significant. We put it in for a reason. So 87.0, that 0 is significant. It is not just a placeholder. So 87 centimeters versus 87.0 centimeters are two different things to a scientist. And if they trail a non-zero post-decimal digit in numbers, so it's still mumbo jumbo. But here we have a 0, and it's the right decimal point, and it's not just a placeholder to get to a non-zero digit. So this one would have 6 significant digits because that 0 is there. So we're looking at examples here. 37,000. Well, those zeros are trailing zeros, but they don't do anything. They're just placeholders. So the 3 and the 7 are the only significant digits. But look what happened here. We put a decimal point in and a 0 to the right of the decimal point, and that 0 becomes significant. The 3 and 7 were significant, so these 3 zeros are embedded, so this has 6 significant digits. Here we have zeros that are placeholders to get us to the 3 and the 7. We're back to just 2 significant digits. Similarly, these zeros are just placeholders, but here are embedded zeros, and here are trailing zeros to the right on our measurement. So in bold, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 significant digits. Now, one way to tell is by putting them into scientific notation. This would be 3.7 times 10 to the 4. So 3.7, that's only 2 digits, 2 sig figs. The 10 to the 4, these things are just placeholders to get it there. Here we would write 3.70000 times 10 to the 4. And that's why we have 6 sig figs. Here I have 3.7 times 10 to the minus 5. And only had the 3.7, so that tells me those are just placeholders. Here I would have 3.00700 times 10 to the minus 3. So it's telling me placeholders. So when we look at that, 3 significant digits, that 0 significant, embedded, those are placeholders. All the digits are significant because we have trailing zeros and embedded zeros. Trailing 0, we have those 2 digits, these are all placeholders. That 0 is just a placeholder. Now a lot of you have graphing calculators and often doesn't put the 0, it just puts the point. Not a big fan of that, I like the 0 point. But anyways, that 0 would be non-significant. All the rest of the digits are significant. Those zeros are embedded and those are trailing to the right of the decimal point. Placeholder, embedded, there's our 4 sig figs. Everything's significant. These first 5 are placeholders, 3700, so we'd have 3.700 times 10 to the minus 5. They're all significant, all significant, all significant. Here we have our placeholders again, and that 0 is embedded, and here we went a little crazy, and there we had 14 sig figs. So it goes and talks about it. We'll talk about accuracy and precision later on. But these numbers matter a lot, and you have to get good at counting sig figs. In fact, on one of the early worksheets, keep this sheet of examples handy. Look for patterns. So much of chemistry is understanding patterns. So that's part one. We're going to go to the back of the page for the part two of this